Yo guys, what's going on? This is Yokiman here. Welcome back to another episode of this PES 2021 Master League save here with Leeds United. And today is the first episode. We're going to go full manual. FUMA. We're going to be trying it out. Apparently it's the way to play PES. Now, we've got one game under our belt against Aston Villa. Only one game. We kick it off against Manchester City in this one, at the Etihad as well. So it's going to be a really difficult start. Then we play Bournemouth and Wolves, teams that we look to pick up points against. As really, we don't want to lose too many now because we want to keep up pace. We want to be pushing at least towards the end of this season for that top kind of 7 vibe. If we could nick 7th, I'd love it. But, you know, already a good few points behind. So let's pick the squad to take on Manchester City. This will be the lineup, but we've got to bear in mind it's Man City, Bernardo Silva, Sergio Aguero, Raheem Sterling, Naby Keita, Fernandinho, De Bruyne. Ake and Diaz at centre-back could help us. Well, Ake could help us maybe, but he's well rated in this game. This is just going to be difficult, and even if we do take the lead, they've got some great players on the bench to pick up and bring on, so we'll see how we get on. It's a strong lineup from us, as per usual. We keep growing, we keep getting better, and we'll give it our best. I would really love it if we could kind of come away with a point from this. We've had good performances, haven't we, from top teams. Well, when we played against top teams, we've had good performances in the past. The boys seem to rise to the big occasion, so I'm hoping for a similar outset in this one, but I am fully prepared that on manual, and it's been 2 days now since I played the game, that I could do really badly, although Rodrigo is offside, but that would have been fantastic start from Leeds United there. More of that though, winning the ball back straight away. Hopefully Manchester City kind of underestimate us in this one and give us a bit of an easier ride than normal. Calvin Phillips now has won the ball back. The problem is my options here weren't very good, and no one really made the run for me to give the ball to. Murillo now wins the ball straight back, and again, I've just been a little bit rash here at the moment. We need to be a bit smarter on the ball as Calvin Phillips will win it back again. And I'll try and fire that up the line there to Mr. Doku, and Doku will play it off. And we have to find our feet in these opening moments of the match. Our FUMA feet, that's for sure, because we're not so used to it. We will get better. I know we'll get better. Coordination will get better the more we play it. And that first game I kind of enjoyed. It felt very open. Now, I'm well aware that we might have to up the minutes. I think we might have to up the minutes, you know, to get better gameplay from it, because there's not going to be too many moments in these opening stages where I'm pretty sluggish in terms of going forward. I think we had 2 shots in the last game, boys. And it was lucky that one of them hit the back of the net for us, but I think we only had 2 shots. A little bit of a sloppy start from both sides at the moment, which kind of goes in our favour, because while we're trying to find our feet here, we could do with the opposition being a little bit sloppy on the football. Jeremy Doku now. He's going to try and find Smith Rowe. He's going to find Smith Rowe. Smith Rowe's going to try and find Rodrigo. He does. Rodrigo in the end here. What can he do? He's going to keep going with the ball. I need options. Rodrigo. It's not great passing, is it, towards Jeremy Doku. Jeremy Doku, though, again. Rodrigo there. We tried to fire it in towards him. We're getting a little bit of momentum now that we haven't had in this match so far. Smith Rowe now tries to fire that wide towards Rafinha and just didn't come off, but a little bit better from us. We won the ball back. We started to probe, ask a few questions here now. We're causing the problems. Smith Rowe is certainly one that's causing them problems. He's been very good when we played against the bigger sides. We'll look forward to seeing the foul count at the end of this game, because again, not very much possession as De Bruyne fires off the shot and we save it. Not much possession and a lot of fouls we've committed in this one so far. So I'd like us to reduce that a little bit as the game goes on. It's just, I think the big issue with FUMA is just finding that rhythm, that passing. Oh, that's blocked there. That passing rhythm, and it's difficult to find because we've been used to just moving the ball very quickly, tap, 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 and we can't do that with FUMA. We've got to be a little bit more smart about where we're aiming to get the ball to, and we're struggling with that at the moment. Is Jeremy Doku will give away another free kick, and there's been so many free kicks so far. All of them very much the same, all of them very much like that, and I would prefer that there was less of them. As De Bruyne lines up to take this free kick, what can he do? It's not a bad ball in, but Llorente is there. Jeremy Doku will fight to try and win that one back from Zinchenko. In return, I thought he was going to give away another free kick, to be honest. Fernandinho, De Bruyne, Murillo, and a shot from distance from De Bruyne. Calvin Phillips there, can't get in the way, and Sergio Aguero fires off the shot. In the end, it's well saved. The goalkeeper keeping us in this one at the moment as Manchester City causes a big problem here. I think Calvin Phillips maybe should do better at cutting the ball out there, but he just just loses it, and Sergio Aguero fires off a fierce shot. My biggest issue at the moment, I think, is stringing a couple of passes together. We're going to see the pass completion at the end of the match. It is not good. And the shots for Manchester City have been far better. The pass completion here has been shocking. So that's a nice idea there, but the pass again, a little bit off target. And that's fine. It's going to be the case while we learn FUMA. It certainly is. De Bruyne there, great ball to Raheem Sterling. Cooch messes up, and Raheem Sterling should have scored, but in the end, it's a tap-in for Sergio Aguero. And just before half-time, it's hard to say that it's not more than what Manchester City deserve. We're going to go 1-0 down. What I've been told to use, and that's why for all the passing. So far, not so good. Our pass completion, when we look at it at the moment, is going to be horrendous. Our possession is going to be horrendous, and I don't believe we've had a shot. This happened in the Villa game, though. This happened in the Villa game. So no shots so far. 9 fouls from ourselves. 9 free kicks to Manchester City, which has been ridiculous. And out of 52 passes, only 35 been successful. We certainly need to get back into this. Well, let's see what the second half yields here now for Leeds. And to be honest with you, I'd just like a better performance than that first half. That's all I'd like. Just a better performance than the first half. So the first half, to me, just wasn't good enough. We need to improve on that now and try and just be on the ball a little bit more. Try and force Man City's hand a little bit more, which we just haven't been capable of doing. Smith Rowe now, not a bad touch. We'll keep hold of it. Goes past Naby Keita, actually, with a fantastic touch in the end. Jeremy Doku now is making the run, and it's well cut out by Zinchenko, because if it's not cut out by Zinchenko, I think we might be in there. Murillo now on the ball. Plays that to Smith Rowe. Doku's in a bit of space. We're going to find Jeremy Doku now. Out wide, what can he do? He's going to try and play in Alioski. Just wasn't a good enough pass, and then he ends up losing it. I am at times in this playing probably a little bit too safe, where we need to be making the effort a little bit more to get the ball in dangerous positions, which I don't think I'm doing. Calvin Phillips now, dangerous position. It's a terrible shot. It's a terrible shot there. That's a full manual shot if you've ever seen one. Rafinha wins the ball back there. Kevin De Bruyne is straight on top of him. Can't do anything about it. Alioski's been outdone by Bernardo Silva there. Very smart from Bernardo. Luckily for us, Alan gets across. Alioski's got to track his man far better there. That's not good enough. Aguero now with the very dramatic and acrobatic, but it's nowhere near the goal. Double sub here now. Rafinha's going to come off. I'm really unimpressed with him. Balotelli coming on for Smith Rowe. Could be a difference maker. Going with a little bit of a different formation now as well, so hopefully it works out for us. Alan now. He's going to play that one out wide to Cooch. Cooch back inside to Jeremy Doku. Jeremy Doku now to Rodrigo, who's going to try and fire off a shot. Well, got enough one. Well blocked in the end. Naby Keita and Cooch. Man City again now trying to cause us problems. Cooch up against Naby Keita. Cooch actually does a fantastic job. He's going to try and play that to Sulemana. Then we're going to get it out to Rodrigo. Now is there a break that we can make? I don't think there is. We'll try and switch that there to Alioski. And again, that's a simple case of not knowing how much to put on the ball. And well saved again from Meslier. When we've needed it, he's been there. Bernardo Silva going close. Cooch there. Doku. Rodrigo now. Sulemana. And can we make it 1-1? Sulemana scores! And it's 1-1 Leeds United! And I did say it would come on the counter-attack. I said it had come on the counter-attack, and it has come on the counter-attack. In the end, it was fantastic passing from us. Just a couple of quick passes to break us through. Rodrigo playing in Sulemana, and the substitute slotting home perfectly. Oh, 1-1 here. Dying embers of the game. Naby Keita's mistake again. Calvin Phillips now will try and lift that one over towards Balotelli. He's found him. Mario Balotelli. He needs help, though, doesn't he? He needs some help. He's got some in the end. Jeremy Doku will try and fire that one across. It's awful. It's an awful pass across in the end. What was such a beautiful move and a great ball from Calvin Phillips. Ruined in the end by Jeremy Doku's pass. Well, there we go, lads. It's going to be 1-1 at the end of this one, and I couldn't be happier. Again, like the Villa game, poor first half, but once we started to get used to the rhythm, start to get used to passing the ball about a little bit more, we really came into it, and we managed to get a goal with Sulemana there in the 89th minute. How dramatic. 1-1 against Man City. That's fantastic. And you can just see there how much better we did in the second half. Not a shot on target in that first half. 5 in the end, 3 on target. And in the end, the passes got a lot better as well. We just grew into the game. It was nice to see how much better we did in that second half. There was a lot more runs for us to feed off as well. Balotelli and Sulemana definitely changed the game for the better. Massive point there against a big team. But now we need to go back to back. We need to do that again. Now, it did change formation in that, and I think I'm going to change formation again here. We literally just swapped to this. That's all we did. We just swapped around to this, and I think we're going to go with that. I think we're going to try it out because it does get the best out of Smith Rowe, and then it also gets the best out of Rodrigo when he plays in that position. And playing 2 DMs can work for us. The only problem is it kind of makes Click a little bit obsolete for us. I mean, we can always push one a little bit further up, or even just go there and maybe change his role to centre mid. Maybe that makes sense. We'll try that because I don't want to alienate Click. He's been very good for us. Also to note, after this game, the transfer window does open. I don't know who we're going to try and look to sign as Carlos Vela with South African best player. No, it's not bad. I don't know who we'll look to sign or whether we'll look to potentially move somebody on or if we get some big bids, but it does give us an opportunity to bring in some players, maybe some loan players, most importantly. Starting lineup versus Bournemouth. Interestingly, they've got 3 at the back. There's got to be room for us to get at them down the wing. Now, I would like our first win on FUMA in this one. This would be nice, but every time I call for that, it doesn't happen. Rodrigo to start up top. Obviously, Sulemana comes in. He was fantastic in that last game. I really do think we've got a brilliant player on our hands with Sulemana. And let's see what we do. I've got to worry about Josh King, obviously still at Bournemouth in this save, and Josh King could cause us a few problems. Quick, strong as well. What's interesting is they're not playing Solanke and they're playing Banis, whoever that is. Massive opportunity for us, really, this one. That's all I can think. Massive opportunity. Bournemouth, freshly promoted side. They'll look to do well this season, but this gives us a good opportunity for our first win. If we perform like we did in the second half against Man City, I've got no doubt that we're capable of getting victories. But it's easier said than done. We used to be quick starters, now we're slow starters. Hopefully that's not going to carry on and be consistent. I'd like for us just to have the odd game where we could, just be dominant. Be nice, just have a dominant game. I need a lot, though, today from Rodrigo. He's not having the season he had last season, and it's frustrating me because he was a goal machine last year, if we remember correctly. An absolute goal machine. There was talks about selling him, and then we was thinking to ourselves, we wouldn't have been able to do what we did last year without him. He's not turned up the same player this second season. Now, I'm happy for him to be a little bit more of a consistent assist player this season. Is fine with me, but he needs to get his act together, I think, at the moment, because he's really not playing well as King here trying to come forward. We will put the pressure on him, and well done there to Alan. Well, I made a mistake here now. Jeremy Doku. Fire that ball across. Mateus Click. Playing with this new formation today, Leeds United, obviously. Hoping for a decent result. Alioski there will go backwards, and this is nice. I'd like in this game to see if we could have more possession than the opposition, because we've not managed to achieve that. Now, that was a tongue twister, and I'm still pretty sure I said that wrong, but just more of the ball. I said that dreadfully, but just more of the ball, and we're knocking it about a little bit better already. I feel a little bit more confident at moving the football around at the moment. Sulemana now from distance can fire off a good shot, and I believe that's deflected, and will be a corner to Leeds United. And I meant more possession than the opposition. I nailed it. Thank you. Well done, Yorkie. Good shot, this. Nice opportunity. Oh, I don't know if that was blocked. I take everything in the world back that I just said. It wasn't blocked. It was actually very much snatched at and not a good enough shot. We've seen him score from that position, so I'm always going to be a little bit open to taking the shot with him there, but this time it wasn't to be. Rodrigo now, though, he's going to end up on the ball. What can he do? He needs to pull it back. Rodrigo there. Smith Rowe getting involved now. Jeremy Doku. Rodrigo is straight through there, but we just couldn't find the pass in the end. Sulemana. Smith Rowe again. We break with pace and speed. Jeremy Doku now tries to fire that through to Rodrigo. He stabs it wide anyway. He was offside. I knew he was going to be offside, but he still stabs it wide, and it's just not the free scoring, Rodrigo we're used to. Well, they've got a good head on that. Robin Koch, though, is quick to King, and he needed to be. It's good defensive play, actually, there in the end. Alan now. He's got Jeremy Doku out wide. He kind of stopped his run, but might get onto this. And he nearly does. He nearly keeps that in. It was a nice idea. Jeremy Doku's got to do better there to endeavour keeping that ball in. Let's see what they can do here. Pass completion, 78%. I don't know if I should be happy with that. I don't genuinely know on FUMA. I'd have to look at what some other people do. What's a good pass completion for a beginner at full manual? I feel like 70 odds. Not my worst, so I'm not going to be upset about it. I'm going to be actually quite happy about it. Smith Rowe there trying to nod that on. Probably the wrong move. I tried to nod that on there to Rodrigo, but the wrong move by Bournemouth. But the referee does blow up, and that will be half-time. Definitely the better side in that first half. Yet to find a breakthrough. Allen now up against Billing. Tries to turn. He's going to lose out on it, though. It's not the greatest of passes up towards Rodrigo, though. But Smith Rowe will win this back. And then that ball to Rodrigo is better. And the touch is even better from Rodrigo. Rodrigo might be in here. We've talked recently about Rodrigo. Rodrigo! And there we go. The man is back. He's back. 1-0 Leeds United. What a pass that was in the end when we won it back with Smith Rowe. And what a run it was from Rodrigo. And 1-0 Leeds United. The first time we lead on FUMA. The touch past the defender there was absolutely fantastic. What a finish. Double sub here, just more than anything, fresh legs. Pervader and Shackleton, the youngsters coming on. Click. Jeremy Doku coming off the pitch. Sulemana here now with the ball, moving it forward. Rodrigo waiting for a runner. Does stab that through to Pervader in the end. Tries to find Smith Rowe. Kind of just held off his run again, and that is still the same issue in this game. Is the players' run making is a little bit funky, but we're getting away with it at the moment. I think we would like another goal, though, if I'm being honest. I personally would love another goal. Cook there, gets that forward. Solanke off a ball now, and we've got to be a little bit more careful as Danjuma is going to be able to square up against Alioski, which is a situation they'll want to find themselves in as often as possible. Danjuma again up here against Alioski. Luckily for us, this time he gets it away. Rodrigo will lift that one forward towards Smith Rowe. This is actually wonderful play here. Sulemana now. Good touch from him. Sulemana's got pace. Sulemana touches it inside and just couldn't take himself past Simpson. But again, showing his running ability. Well, Rodrigo's going to come off. He's had a brilliant game, but he's absolutely knackered. And we're playing very much on the break. He does not have the legs in him. Now, Balotelli's not obviously known for having a big engine and being a speed merchant, but we need someone out there now that can at least run after the ball when we need it. Shackleton got to that there. Balotelli now, he's not bad at holding the ball up. He's done very well here to hold it up, actually. I think the referee should have been blowing the whistle there. He's not blown the whistle. And on the other hand, we're going to play the ball through to Sulemana, who's going to try and get it through towards Balotelli, and it just wasn't to be. And again, that's just kind of the accuracy losing me from time to time with this, and that's going to happen. That's going to be the case in these early stages. I know I bang on about that a lot, but it's just the scenario we find ourselves in. Allen there trying to close him down. Billing's had quite a good game. I like the look of Billing. Strong, tall. Would add a little bit of a dimension to us from corners, which we are definitely lacking from in terms of height. Would he be someone that we need to be trying to go for? I'm going to just try and lift this one up towards Balotelli. Smith Rowe. Oh, he just couldn't find his feet there. Nice bit of play, though. Sulemana now. Shackleton finds Balotelli. Back across towards Sulemana, who will get to it. Sulemana now, very late in the day. Sulemana, Balotelli! Oh, it's going to be a goal, Smith Rowe! Oh, it's still not a goal. I mean, the game should practically be over now, but that should have been 2-0 Leeds United. What a cross in that was towards Mr. Mario Balotelli. And it was a tight angle for him, to be fair. Well, there we go. Our first FUMA win is in the bag, boys. It's in the bag, but we do have some offers, I think, for some jobs, maybe? Liam Cooper's announced he's retiring. No. How old is Liam Cooper? No. How old is Cooper? Liam Cooper has decided this season will be his last in football. Yeah, but, well, I'm not sure that he should retire, if we're being honest. It would be squad list that would make more sense to go on to here. Don't get me wrong, he's not played tons this year for us, but Liam Cooper is not. He's 30. He's retiring at 30. Come on, PES. No way, Liam Cooper he retires at 30, but apparently, yeah, that's it. He's hanging up the boots. This is his last season. Okay. Oh, well. So just looking through some players, as we do, since the window's going to open now, a team I looked at quite a bit, actually, on Football Manager this year is Club Bruges, and there's two players I thought instantly we should look at. Now, that's Youssouf Badji, who is a young man, Senegalese, 20. We're going to add him to our listed players. I actually would really like him as the young striker for, let's say, the future. But then there's more players. There's players like Okariki and Dennis. These are quick players. But the first player that came to mind, another Senegalese man, and that's Diatta. Crepin Diatta could be fantastic for us on the right wing. I'm going to see how much he's going to cost. Now, I think it'll be way more than what we can afford. And I'm pretty much bang on right. It's way more than we can afford. But we're just going to add him to the list. I just wanted to show, potentially some of the kind of players we might be starting to look at. There is someone we do have on the list here, and it is Dramisi, and I would like to see if we could sign him, because a player of this quality would be great. Now, I've mentioned it a few times, we're very weak at left back. Alioski isn't physical enough, he's not the greatest, he's not the quickest, and the book is great, and he's getting better, but I really would prefer someone who's just that little bit higher level above. Now, we are going to have to pay what I imagine there isn't a release clause, but we'll see how far it lets me go for him. We will offer him a contract. He's not impressed, which is the problem, because I can't really offer him more than what we're offering. I don't think he wants to sign for us. I'm getting the image right now that he doesn't want to sign for us. It does say there that he's got interest, but when you go in for him in that situation, he doesn't. Now, I imagine he's probably not playing much for Lazio, so maybe we could request a 6-month loan. Can you put future fees in? You can. Option to buy. And then maybe we put an option to buy in and see if we can see if we can get a deal there in the future. Put an offer in there for Dramisi. And the biggest issue here is there's Manu Sanchez as well, Espanyol. They're not the greatest of sides, but again, it's going to be these financial situations that kind of stick us at the moment, and it's a little bit frustrating, to be honest with you, because I'd love to bring in some higher quality of player, but at the moment it's not really achievable for us, and I think left back is an area that we need to improve. So we've got the transfer deal here for Mr. Paddy Bamford, and unfortunately he is going to go. We are quite stacked now at centre forward. That will boost the budget a little bit, which could put us in position to sign ourselves a left back. There was an offer for Alioski. I'm going to keep that for now, because tempted to sell him if we can bring in a better left back. Right, so we've got a response here from Lazio, and they're actually cool with it. So there's the buyout and the loan now. So we can loan him now, and then it's a future transfer fee next season, which isn't even a steep transfer fee. That is ridiculous that we've managed to pick him up. Yeah, he's 28, but I think he's an experienced left back. He's very good quality, and he's quick, and that's probably the biggest thing for us. He's fast. He's much more pacier and more physical than Alioski is at the moment. So let's get this deal done. So this is going to be the deal to start with, 525,000. The loan club will pay his salary, and then after that, the deal is like 1.6 million, I think it is. We can actually have a look instantly at the future fee. So the accepted terms for the loan and then the future fee is 1.6 million, I think. I'm not fully sure if that's how that works. Is there a way to... Is it just that, others? Or can we go on my team and see what the future fee is? I don't know where it tells us that. Let's wait until he's joined the club, actually. Before he joins the club, we've got the short task of taking on this Wolves side. And it is a strong Wolves side. But... this is another opportunity for us to collect some points. And if we do collect some, we will move up to 8th. I'm going to go through the team now and pick the side that I'm happy with, though. And so this will be the starting 11, a usual starting 11 for us, if we're being 100% honest. Sulemana and Doku keeping their places. Rafinha still dropped after that poor performance. 3 at the back has always been hard for us. They've got extreme amounts of danger going forward. This is going to be a difficult game. I do want Out Nuri, though, who they have, their left back. Maybe we look at him before we make this signing. Maybe we do. Maybe he's not getting game time. Also, Gibbs White. This is an opportunity as well, guys, with me only making the one signing in this episode. Get some options in there. Just bear in mind, we don't have big riches at the moment. Might not be too easy to sign everyone you suggest. I think one of the most suggested players that people want to see in the white is Mr. Pedri from Barcelona, and I would like him here myself, but he's going to take a big fee, and unfortunately as the seasons go on, he's going to take even more. The club at the moment aren't in a very good financial position. We haven't been back this second season. We've had to be smart with the business we've done and the players we've signed. Smith Rowe now. Jeremy Doku. Thought I was going to go wide there. Jeremy Doku now. Allen. I don't have the options, do I? Back to Calvin Phillips. Luke Ayling comes back in for this match as well, which excites me. I like using Luke Ayling. We've been very solid at right back for a while now. Allen stabs that one through. Suleiman is going to be given the option. He's not, because it wasn't a good enough pass. He's given Alioski the ball in a dangerous position. He just couldn't do anything with it. And in the end, it's punted away by Wolves. Robin Cox should deal with this one handily. Ayling now. Trying to play that one across towards Jeremy Doku, but the ball just wasn't good enough for him. And now Wolves will try and dangerously break, and they might do here, actually. We've given up too much space. Robin Koch up against Ruben Neto, and the big thing here was stopping the cross, and he's managed it, which is very impressive. Jeremy Doku here, we need to come centrally. Smith Rowe. Dangerous on the break in the last match, which I'd like to see again, but different animal, Wolves. I think we're closing into the point of me upping the difficulty again, I think. I'm feeling a lot more comfortable with the passing, and that was the big thing for me. If I could get the passing down a little bit better, then we'd up the difficulty one more. Smith Rowe wins that back. He's going to try and lift that one forward towards Rodrigo. He finds Rodrigo. Couldn't make the run that he made in recent times. Straight in towards Sulemana. Oh, it's not a good enough touch. Willy Bolly does fantastically there. And again, we're dangerous on the break, which is exactly what I like us to be. We were that at Spurs. We've been a possession side at points this season. And what did it do for us? Absolutely nothing. We were losing games 1-0 against, sides we should thoroughly be beating. And now I'm liking this counter aesthetic that we've kind of just got since we've swapped to FUMA. I'm really enjoying it. Oh, Calvin Phillips there with a poor pass, but Robin Cox there to clean it up, luckily for us. Smith Rowe now, trying to play that one out wide. It's got a little bit scrappy in the game now, which I think will favour Wolves, to be honest with you. The more we give the ball away, the better position they're going to find themselves in, and Alioski does well there to get up ahead of Adama Traore. And we'll take that one out. But throwing Wolves, the pressure is coming now from Wolves. Rodrigo now, good touch. Can he do? He's going to wait for the runner. He tries to get it to Jeremy Doku. And now the problem is Jeremy Doku really would have wanted Rodrigo to play that to. Luke Ayling, though, will end up with the ball. Will lift it. Sulemana. Rodrigo! Dangerous position. Just couldn't find the back of the net, but that was lovely movement. Smith Rowe tries to flick that one forward towards Doku initially. That was nice play there from Leeds United. More of that, please. Smith Rowe now. Back inside. Rodrigo on the turn, and the shot is awful. I got my angle all wrong there. Good first half from Leeds United, though. Wolves not too much of a threat. Smith Rowe now. Lovely football from the boys so far. Jeremy Doku found in a good position. He needs to be good on the ball here. This is Mr. Doku. It's not bad. Smith Rowe. We want Sulemana now on the inside. Sulemana slides it in. Rodrigo. Oh, it's a nice touch. It's a nice touch, but it's unfortunately straight at Randolph. It was a hard angle for him, to be honest with you. I don't fully blame him there. That was a very tough angle for him to get anything from. We're going to give away a free kick here to Wolves. Lovely start to the second half. Still not found the back of the net, though, Leeds United. Rigo now. Jeremy Doku. I'll give him space out wide. And he'll run into it. And then he'll try and lift that one up towards Rodrigo. Probably not enough on it. Probably just needed a bit more power. More to let him run into space. Then straight at his man. Lovely play again, though. Ayling. Oh, that's smart. Ayling. Sulemana. Make you run, mate. Make you run, Sula. Keep it going. Good touch from Sulemana. Oh, just couldn't land to Rodrigo. And the deflection in the end was great. Doku. Oh, what a save there from Randolph. And oh, my God. They're being kept in this one, aren't they, Wolves? They're being very much kept in this one. He wants help, doesn't he? He wants as much help as he can get. Jeremy Doku now on the turn. Fires off the shot. Well wide. Well wide. Well, fresh legs from us here. And it is, again, more of just fresh legs. It's not a case of the guys that are coming off are underperforming. Rodrigo will drop to the cam position. I'm starting to feel like we could do with another cam now, though, that we're actually playing an out-and-out cam. I think we do need another one. Smith Rowe isn't enough. And because Rodrigo's starting a lot up top, we could do with somebody else. Just tries to nudge that one forward. Edmondson. Rafinha's been on seconds, and that is my fault. I should have used the guideline, and he snatched at it as Rafinha there. Very much snatched at it. And it'll go wide, but that probably should have been 1-0 Leeds United. And I probably should have controlled it. Great play from Edmondson. I had more time than I thought. Well, interesting statistic. Wolves have 67% passing. Now, I've never seen that from the AI before. And it's quite nice to see that maybe changing this up actually makes the AI's passing a little bit worse as well. A little bit more realistic. A little bit less... I don't want to use the word scripted, but a little bit less scripted in terms of feeling. It's very nice to see, as they're going to run into trouble there. And then Edmondson's going to know that he's got Rodrigo. And then Rodrigo's going to hope that he's got Edmondson, but he didn't. He had Rafinha instead. Rafinha back to Edmondson. Well controlled. I don't think there's much left in this for us, I have to be honest. Edmondson's done well. Oh, he hasn't done well. He's ended up losing it. He's got to be stronger, and this is the moment. Divock Origi charging forward. Oh, Wolves really should have made it 1-0. Luckily for us, Divock Origi's missed that. Well comes Charlie Cresswell now for Robin Koch. And there's a big chance for us here with this free kick. A very big chance. But the age-old issue is me taking it. And we all know what I'm like at taking these. Let's see what I can do. I don't think I've done enough. I haven't. And what a surprise. Yorkie doesn't get it over the wall again, but near enough carbon copy position. We're going to have the same free kick again. I'm going to get a second bite at the cherry, boys. A second bite at the cherry. Zalewski's just clattered here after moving the ball on. Punched in the face as well. Well, this one isn't as easy. But I'm going to try it. Oh, it's hit the crossbar. Oh, my God. He's hit the crossbar. I didn't really realise what had happened there, but it did hit the crossbar. And unfortunately, didn't go in after. Randolph got his hands to it. And Wolves can counter directly from that situation. Adama Traore, though, trying to be a bit silly there. His skills haven't come off from him all day. They weren't going to go on there, were they? Jeremy Doku now. He needs help, and he hasn't got it. He will have it in the end in the form of Ayling, who will then find Jeremy Doku again, who's got a little bit of a poor touch on him there, but again, it's strength. Again, in that situation, it's strength. We're waiting for the run of Rodrigo there, really. And the strength is poor from him. And that's been probably one of his downsides there, Mr. Jeremy Doku. And it will be a 0-0 draw, and one that really Leeds will probably look at and say, we should have won that, but it was a close game. I think we're ready to knock up the difficulty, though. Scoring chances are going to improve as we play. That draw will leave us in 10th, but the gap is a little bit closer now. It's 4 points to at least 8th. Now, in hindsight, if we finish 8th at the end of the season, I can't complain too much. And while we're learning FUMA, we're probably going to have some games like that where we did everything right. We were the better side against third in the league, Wolves, by the way. Very good team. We just couldn't score. And that's a learning curve with, you know, full manual shooting. But we do have ourselves a new transfer. Stevie G's probably going to be happy with this one because we have been shouting a little bit that we need a left back. An area now we definitely need is a cam. As I learnt in that one, really, we've only got Smith Rowe. If Rodrigo starts up top, we've only got Smith Rowe. But we've got ourselves a very quality left back there. Go straight into the starting 11 as well. Will Dramisi. Experienced, quick, physical. And we'll hope to get him as much game time as possible. So we are improving. Slowly but surely, this team is getting better. But we do need a cam, so cam suggestions are probably key for this one. But that'll be it for this episode, boys. I hope you enjoyed it. I appreciate the support as per usual. The next one is going to be tough. We are going to up the difficulty as well as taking on Liverpool, Everton, and Man United. So maybe not the best time to up the difficulty, but I'm liking the challenge at the moment. And I must admit, first episode on FUMA, I really enjoyed it. Some of the play you can create. And the way the game goes, I've never seen the opposition be as dreadful as passing as Wolves was in that game. Whereas Man City were far superior. So it's good to see that there's a bit of a difference in the passing in that situation and scenario. But take it easy, guys. I've been Yorkie Man. And I'll see you in the next one. Where hopefully, from that set of games, I'll take a win, maybe.